Hey everybody, it's Ernest with Garden South of Jitterbug Farms. Today is Sunday, and I had to run up to Lowe's to get some parts to fix one of my garden hoses. A couple of my garden hoses, actually. I ran over the ends of them. I'm sure we've all done it and kind of crushed those a little bit. So these are the long hoses that run to the edge of my property. Where I don't have any type of irrigation, so kind of have to have those hoses until I get the irrigation installed. So I went up there to get some pieces, and my friend there stopped me and said, "Hey, I want you to look at this shipment of hydrangeas that came in. They were left out there and they look really bad." So she sold them to me like super cheap. Like it wouldn't even, I'll put it this way, it wouldn't even pay for the plastic pot. I know for a fact it wouldn't even pay for the plastic pot, much less the tag that's hanging on them. So I'm gonna show you what they look like, and then I'm gonna walk through the rejuvenation process because the plants are alive. They just are not presentable to be sold. I'm not gonna sell them, so I think what I'm going to do, I'll walk you through what they look like. And it's a nice arborescence hydrangea. Typically run anywhere from 24, 25 bucks up to as high as $35, $40, depending on where you buy them. But let me show you what I found and how bad they look. All right, so this is proven winter shrub called lime Rickey. These retail for $24.98. These are really pretty. They're like an Annabelle, Invincible type hydrangea. It's an arborescence, and of course it's patented. But you can kind of see a close-up of the picture of what it should look like. I love that chartreusey green that it produces. It's different than Annabelle or Invincible, but they look like they have just been hit by a blowtorch. So there's 15 of them. And I'll put it this way. I got all 15 for less than the cost of one originally. So here's kind of like what the flower should somewhat look like. But they wanted them gone quickly, so I took them off their hands. But there's 15 of them, like I said. I am going to go through my process and show you what I'm going to do to them. And then first thing is I'm going to do something about this hydration issue. We're going to water them real good. I mean, they've shrunk in the pot. That's how long. And they just got these in like two or 3 days ago. They were left out there in the parking lot, and they were allowed to just completely dry out. But the plants themselves, this is how you can tell. Plants themselves, see that scratch? Green as a gourd. There's nothing wrong with the plant. They're just ugly right now. So we just got to make them beautiful again. Anyways, stay tuned and let's see how we can dress these up. All right, so it's another day and we've gone through and I've watered these 2 more times, and you know, hydration has done what it can do. The canes or the stems of the plants are a lot better. You can see there's some revitalization of the leaves. Well, yeah, this one looks pretty decent. So, but unfortunately, you know, the damage on the plants is done. That's why they, you know, that's why they were discounted out as cheap as they were. And now it's just time to take the scissors to them and see what we can do to see about starting them over. So I'll show you what I'm getting ready to do to them here in a second. Okay, so this is what I do. I went through and I stripped off everything and cut it back by by half. And I removed all the leaves. So now what I'll do is I'll do that to all of these and be left with this. So that'll go to the compost pile. But this right here, when I get done with these, I'll move them into a shadier area because they are arborescences. They don't like, you know, all day sun. But I want them to recover. So I'm going to put some 20-20-20 fertilizer on them, which will help promote the all-around growth. And then I'm going to just monitor them, make sure that they don't dry out over the next several weeks, and then we should start seeing recovery growth probably within the next several days once all this is cut off. But yeah, we'll got one down and 14 to go. When I get done, I'll show you what they look like afterwards. Okay, so like I said, this is another day and down to my last shrub, cleaning them up. Didn't take too terribly long. Took about 40 minutes to do 15 shrubs, so that's not too bad. And I was gonna spare one, like maybe leave a few blooms on it and leave some of the leaves on it, but I think I'm just gonna strip them completely and let them all start back over. So yeah, anyways, last one. So I'm kind of try to do this one-handed a little bit, but basically what I do is I go through and I cut all of these off. So I'm cutting all the heads off, and I'm not really particular about worrying about where the leaf nodes are. Just chopping these off. And you can see where, so that's where the grower cut them off probably in their early spring or maybe early winter right there. So I'm just taking all this off like that, and then if they were like really weird, spindly in the way or something like that, I got rid of those as well, because it'll believe me, it'll come out again. All right, so then from that point, I just come through, and this is the tedious part, and just break off and tear off these leaves. And the thing with the leaves, what my mom taught me a long time ago, is that, let's see if this one will work. No. If I can get one to do it now. No, when he wanted to do it, it won't do it. But let me see if I can do it like this. Hold on a second here. All right, so if you break the leaf off and you leave this on there like that, eventually it will grow back, but it takes longer. So when you're taking the leaves off and you're stripping things down, you take this off like that, and you can just pull downward on those. So take that way back, just like that. You're not going to hurt it, you know, and just strip these leaves down. All right, a big old pile of leaves here, just sitting on a little step stool. And you just go through and you clean all these off, just like that. This little spindly one inside, I don't care about that. Get rid of that. Strip all these off. And what'll happen is everywhere that the leaf nodes are, see, that's exactly right. See that right there? You don't want that. You get that off. If this happens, like, let's just say I noticed there was some Japanese beetle damage on one of my weeping cherry trees. I got two great big weeping Yoshino cherry trees that are potted by my walkway. And I've been fertilizing the bejesus out of those things, and cut the canopies way back so they look like just big green mushrooms. And they started to do some damage to them, so I've got to spray them to keep the Japanese beetles from eating the cherry tree leaves. So I'll pull those leaves off, and you pull the entire leaf, stem and all, off, and the tree will regrow new leaves. I want fresh, nice, undamaged leaves, because come the fall, those trees turn a brilliant bright orange, and they're pretty for that. Not to mention the fact that you get the spring flowers, so that's why they stay potted by the they're almost like ginormous bonsais now. The caliper on them is really nice. But anyways, so that's what you do. My mom taught me that a long time ago. She would go through, and if she didn't like the way that something looked, that was just the meticulous gardener my mom was, and she would strip all this stuff off. And she had the patience of Job when it comes to stuff like this. She didn't like the way leaves looked, foliage looked. This is what she did. She started over. And like all down in the cracks and stuff like that, all down in the joints of the stems. I mean, some people don't worry about stuff like that, but she did. So that's just the way I garden too. So, and then just give your plant a quick once over. Make sure there's no, like stuff like this. Make sure there's no, if it's brown or dead on the very end, just go ahead and nip that off. Anything broken, take it off. Make sure it's clean, like so. So really what I've got invested in these, I've got $1.80 invested in each one of these right now. And about 40 minutes total for 15 pots. So what is that? About 3 minutes a pot, roughly, including the video time that I've been spending on this. So, yeah. So now I'm gonna put some fertilizer, which I already have possession of. So I'm gonna put some fertilizer on them, and then water like with the rest of everything else I water here. So I'll just put it in the water schedule. And I could tell that the stems were dehydrated because I watered these yesterday when I got them, and I watered them last night, and then they're ready for some more. I mean, they're drying out already, and rightfully so, just because. Let's see if I can show you that. Look at the congestion of these roots. So they didn't grow these. They didn't grow these in one season. These have been growing for probably a couple of years. So anyway, yeah, let's get all that out of there. But they are, you can see that. See how green? They're just as green as a gourd, and they are going to come right back out. I'm confident in that. So anyways, let me get them staged where I'm going to put them, and then get them fertilized, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here they all are, all nestled up. All 15 of them cut back, clean, ready to go. I left this one with a little bit of foliage on it, a few blooms. They get, in this area, they'll get dappled shade, a little bit of sun, which is fine. Arborescences can actually handle quite a bit of sun, but again, I just want to take the stress off of them while they're going through a rejuvenation process. So I'll take some daily progression shots over the next couple weeks, and we'll see how they progress. And then I'll release this video out once I've got some success, because I don't want to leave you guys in suspense. So only thing I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go through and just fertilize them real good and let them let nature take its course and let them heal. All right, stay tuned. Hey everybody, so here's an update on the Lime Rickey arborescens hydrangeas that I got for $1, what did I say, $1.60, $1.80, something like that. Anyways, so, you know, not a lot to report, nothing super major going on, but what is that? What is that down in there? Oh yeah, that is recovery growth. Up, what's that right there? Look at there, recovery growth. Oh, recovery growth. Some in that one, if you can see in between there. Yep. So 5 days later, after rehydrating, cleaning them up, you can still see that the stalks are very, very green now. Look very nice, very healthy plant-wise, and they're starting to send out recovery growth. So kind of regretting not even just butchering this one all the way back. Anywho, might prune it up a little bit more so it looks nice and fresh with the other ones. I doubt that they'll bloom, but this year, which I'm fine with that. Don't really care about that. Fact is, I got 15 of these Lime Rickey arborescens that I did not have in my garden, and I'm gonna have a nice, real pretty border next year because these are pretty mature plants for the price of one. So literally could, because I'm a even number person, I could reduce my quantity down to 12 and sell off, you know, 3 of these just at $20 a piece, recover my costs, get my hedge for free, and make enough for a lunch or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'll keep tagging you on the updates. Stay tuned. Hey, good morning. So it's a couple days later. Thought I'd give you an update on the Lime Rickeys. So I did end up going on and cutting that one back. Didn't take all the leaves off, but I'll probably go ahead and, you know, like get rid of all the super ugly leaves like that. You know, just take those off. Like that. Anyways, look at there. $1.80. Look at that. Every single one of them is coming back out. Every one of them. This was a little slow to recover, but it's recovering. Recovering. It's got some nice growth down in the bottom. Look at that. Anyways, do another update in a couple days, and then put this video together and post it out for you guys. Okay, everyone, there's an update on the Lime Rickey arborescens hydrangeas. I just wanted to kind of show you. They are recovering extremely well. Very pleased. I just gave them a nice drink of fertilizer, and this is all 15 of them right here. So it'd be amazing to get a few blooms, but I'm not even banking on that at all right now. I'm just happy that I've got 15 of these. So that's the update. That's what they look like. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, it's Ernest with Garden South of Jitterbug Farms. This is the final video on the Lime Rickey arborescens hydrangeas that I already covered. If you'll notice, look at there, we got blooms. I wasn't expecting blooms, but I guess with the fertilizer and the cutting back, they've recovered. So they're needing a little drink of water for the evening. I was kind of anticipating a little rain, but I'm gonna go ahead and give them a drink. But these are ready to be planted out, so I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and find a spot to put these. You'll notice that there's 3 short Like I said, I like even numbers, so I gave 3 of them away to some friends of mine, just because it was just a nice thing to do, I think. Anyways, yeah, that's the new flower heads that are coming out on these. So they're going to be late, but they should carry me well into the fall, and they look good. Each one of these cost me around $1.80, I think is what it was. So yeah, it's done. Hey, all that to say basically is that you know, check the plant, check the health of the plant, the actual core of the plant. If you find specimens like that, or you see a couple of distressed things like hydrangeas, deciduous plants like that, they're some of the easiest things to recover. I would steer away from things like roses that are that have dark canes. There's a good chance that's not going to come back for you. I would stay away from evergreens, anything that's like an arborvitae, or holly or things like that that have stressed so badly. Even though they're marked down, there's a good chance they're not going to recover. So, but something like this, if you can get a hydrangea for a couple bucks, 2 or 3 of them, and you want to try this, it's, you know, follow the videos along and just try it. You'll be surprised what you can learn and how much money you can save just doing this simple thing right like this. All right, so I hope you found the video interesting. Like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Garden South, at Jitterbug Farms. And hopefully you guys will continue to learn things from my videos. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you on the next video.